This is a 10 to 15 year old Loewe 32-inch LCD, so I shall be removing that, replacing it with a Samsung 43 Q60. It's going to have a SkyQ mini box behind it, and it's going to be wired again to these KEF speakers here, and part of that system there. So it's got a Denon 5-channel amp there that's running those KEF speakers, and also some rear ceiling speakers. Right, that's the back of the Loewe anyway, so that would have been an expensive TV in its day, but not anymore. See here, I've got two speaker cables feeding those on-wall KEF speakers there. Figure 8 mains wired in to a fused mains outlet, well, a single spur outlet. And these are actually over here, coaxial cables. I'll just bring the camera closer so we can see those coaxial cables going back to that AV receiver. One's been used as an aerial, one's been used as a composite video input, and I'm going to use them as a audio return. So I've got a digital to analog audio converter that's going to take my optical digital out signal, convert it to analog, feed that amplifier just to give me stereo sound through these speakers and ceiling speakers as well. This is my Samsung 43 Q60. I'm going to take this out. I've got a separate video of unboxing this, so I shan't bore people too much. Basically all I'm going to do is take it out, lay it down, face flat on the box as per instructions, and assemble my bracket onto the back of it. Polystyrene back in the box for now, keep it stable and strong. Lay that bracket down there, and gently lay my TV onto it. There we go. Okay, so there we can see the rear of the 43 Q60. It's got a 200 by 200 VESA mount there. So in the remote and instruction book pack there are some wall mount spacers. So you can see the standoff there, because basically the TV's tapering to be thinner at the top and thicker here, so that will keep it parallel to the wall, or keep the screen parallel to the wall. 4 of those spacers in there. 45 to 50mm bolts. If you use 50mm bolts you will require some spacers. Next I shall get out my bracket. Okay, so in that box there, standard Harmer flat bracket. Nothing special, just a good quality flat bracket. So just open it up and have a look if I can. And in here it does give me some 45mm bolts, so you can see just the right length there. Also get some washers in there as well. I'll put a link in the description for the bracket so you can have a look and get one wherever's cheapest. Also, let's have a look, 2 arms in here. This bracket will do a 400 square as well, but today I'm doing it on a 200. We'll actually just pop some washers measures. I've got some in my pocket. So usually when I'm screwing these in, you can see there's a bit of movement there, so I try and push the arm up there, just nick it up, that way the arm can't move when it's on the wall, gravity can't take it any further. Just nip those up. So this is the plate here that's going to be on the wall, mounted to the wall. TV will hook onto it like so. You can also see we've got these two screws down here, just to stop us knocking it off. It'll keep it secure. And you see there, you've got maybe, I don't know, 75mm. You can slide the TV either way on the wall there. And then you can do those screws up to secure it in the position you like. Dimensionally, I know where I want the bottom of my TV, or the height of the bottom of my TV. I can measure from the bottom of the TV to the bottom of my bracket there, which is about 205mm, if that shows up, don't know if it does. So I know 205mm, or roughly 8 inches from the bottom of my TV to the bottom of my bracket. Okay, so I know the bottom of my TV was here before. So all I'm going to do, I've got that 205mm dimension. I'm going to go a tiny bit lower. So I know the bottom of my bracket is there. So bottom of the bracket there, bottom of the TV is going to be here. If I measure between the two speakers, I want it central between the speakers. So 119 centimetres between, so 59.5 will be the centre, or 595 there. If I get my spirit level, and just give myself a centre line. So that is centre of the wall where I want it. And that will be the bottom of my bracket. So I'll just draw a horizontal line there as well for the bottom of my bracket. Well, that's the plate in the wall, so I know I'm going to want it centre of the wall, centre of my bracket, bottom of my bracket on that line. I do like to put a spirit level on the top, even though I've done a level line. Level that up. And it's a bit awkward to get it flat because of the stupid wall plugs that's still in the wall that I don't want to pull out. So I'm going to pull a load of plaster out with it. So I should just mark my 4 holes there. And they'll be where I'm fixing to. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 6mm drill bit in my drill there. And we'll have a quick look at the bolts I've got as well. So I've got 4 concrete screws here with a sort of star head there. But for these, you drill a 6mm pilot hole straight into the brick or block work. And then the idea is you screw those in there, will cut a thread. So I think the outer diameter of that threaded part of the bolt is about 8mm, so it should have a mil thread either side. I find them better than anything with raw plug, especially for, say, Thermalite or soft block work, breeze block and things like that, because you can't pull them out. Like with a raw plug, you could probably pull it back out of the wall if you tried. So these are nice and secure. People, I think window fitters use them a lot, so they are good. Next thing I'm doing here, I'm just using the polythene sheet that comes with the TV just to catch the dust as I drill. I know a lot of people would use a hoover, but I've only got me and my own, so that's not really going to happen today, unfortunately. I'll attempt to make it in some sort of bag to catch the dust. Okay, that should just prevent me getting any dust on the carpet. We can see there 4 6mm holes drilled there. Bit of dust in the bag. Next thing, I shall use my impact driver just to put those bolts in and attach the plate to the wall. So 4 of those bolts with 4 washers on them. One just dropped. Just gently start putting them in with my impact driver there. Before I nip those bolts up, I shall get myself level. Just nip the bolts up. Brilliant. Bang on. Okay, so I shouldn't be making any more dust there for the moment. I'll gently take it off and try not to take too much paint off with it. I'll put that bag out of the room before I keep the dust everywhere. So I know I've not soldered my connections on or done any of my cables yet, but I'm just going to do a quick dry run and hang the TV on, see what we look like. And that is it for now. So you can see there, TV's there ready to, well, not ready to go. It will be ready to go when I get the connections done. So I've got my SkyQ mini box still to go behind there, connect the mains, which is just plug the figure 8 cable in, but I've got to do those audio connections and get my audio converter in. And as we can see, I can just pull and I can slide that to get it central, or have it off center if I want, but that would be weird. This is the TV up and running now. The SkyQ mini box is behind it. It's a Gen 2 SkyQ mini, Bluetooth remote, so we don't need any infrared to operate it. I've put the connectivity afterwards in case anyone's bored by now, because the video is dragging on. But yeah, all working fine. Amplifier's working with the audio feed. It's an analog audio feed because there is no center channel, so it's stereo from those 4 speakers. That's the SkyQ mini box above. A couple of tie wrap links there just so it can't drop. It's actually sat on top of the flat wall bracket. I know you can get wall mounts, but that is fine there and it's safe and secure. Also, we can just see there 90mm from the wall to the front of the TV. It's not the finished TV, especially when it's wall mounted. Like I say, they do taper off thinner to the top, but is it an issue? I don't know. That's a digital to analog converter. I am going to do a separate video on that later on, so I won't go into too much detail. But basically, there's going to be USB to power it up from the TV, an optical lead to take the digital audio out from the television, analog 3.5mm audio I'm using. That's the USB end there. That's in the digital end. That's carrying the audio back to the AV receiver, which is a demo, which we'll see in a moment. So that's old sort of component HD TV cable replaced by HDMI. I'm just using 2 of those coaxial cores there. And we're going to put phonos on to carry that analog audio signal back to the AV receiver. Phono RCA ends soldered on, so it is all now up and running, and that's it. So thanks for watching, and I'll try and do some more for the new year. Thank you, bye.